Today I'm going to show you how to create some reusable stencils in Silhouette Studio, and I'm going to be cutting these out on the Cameo 5. I use those stencils to create these Mexican tile coasters. I got the blanks from Amazon. They do come with a cork backing, super cute and super easy, and the perfect decoration for your Cinco de Mayo celebrations. Hi, I'm Brenda Lambert. I'm a TJC licensed instructor for Silhouette. You found your way to Silhouette Success, and I do hope that you're going to join our little community. Now, these Mexican tile patterns are perfect for creating these stencils because they're made up of different layers of solid pieces. There aren't any cutouts within cutouts. There's no floaters anywhere, and that's what you need when creating reusable stencils. Now, if we were using adhesive vinyl to create a stencil, those little bits and pieces inside wouldn't be a big deal because they would actually stick to your project. But when painting something like these tiles, if you stick adhesive vinyl onto a layer that's already been painted, you run the risk of some of that paint coming up with the stencil. That's why you want to use reusable stencils for a project like this. And we're going to open up Silhouette Studio and get started on designing. I did grab this file from Creative Fabrica. We're going to head up to File and down to Merge, double click on the SVG file and bring that in. The first step in creating these stencils is to get everything scaled to size. You want to measure your coasters because the listing for the coasters that I ordered on Amazon said they were 4-inch coasters. However, when I measure them out, they are slightly smaller than 4 inches. And I don't want any of this design to hang off the edge of the coaster, so I need to make the design a little bit smaller. I'm going to select all of these pieces and scale it down to 3.75. Now I'm left with the actual design and a solid color square. Now I'm going to select the square and set that at 4 inches. Again, that is slightly larger than my tile, and that's going to prevent any of the paint going over the edge of the tile. Now I'm going to set this to the side, right click and ungroup the design because I want to be able to work with each of these colors individually. I will need 3 stencils in order to complete this project, so I will need 3 squares. Let's select this and duplicate twice. And I'm going to select these and send them to the back. The next step is to get everything centered. So let's select one design, one square, and click on the center button at top. Go through and do this for all 3 of these pieces. And technically at this point, they are ready to cut out. However, I like to take it one step further and either select both pieces, right click and group, or select both pieces, right click and make a compound path. Now these look different on the design page, but when you go to the send page, you're going to get the same cut results. So either of those methods will work. I went with make a compound path. Let's just make all of these the same here. And I also set them to different colors so that I could see what I was doing visually on the screen. I cut my stencils out of acetate sheets, and this setting always works perfectly for me. But if you are new to cutting acetate, you're going to want to come down, click on generate a test shape, and then send the test through before you actually cut these stencils out of acetate. There's also an option for stencil material in the presets. You can use stencil material as well. I just didn't have any on hand, so I went with the acetate instead. I just got a 3-pack of Silhouette mats from Amazon. I'm so excited to use them. My old mats were terrible, but I'm going to be very careful taking this protective cover off. I'm going to flip the mat over and peel the mat up away from this protective sheet like we would vinyl or cardstock, because that's going to keep this cover nice and flat. Now I'm going to place the acetate sheet onto this mat, and if I were cutting vinyl or cardstock, I would stick the mat to my shirt a little bit, or maybe a towel to put some lint on there so it wasn't as sticky. But this acetate is going to be just fine sticking down on this brand new mat. As I mentioned before, I am going with the preset for acetate sheets that is in the software already. That means I'm going to be cutting at a blade depth of 10, a force of 33, 2 passes at a speed of 3. The machine is going to cut out the design on one of the coasters first, then it's going to move on to that square, and then it'll do the design of another one and the square and so on. Once the machine has finished cutting out your design, you want to check your cut before you unload the material from your machine. You can do that simply by lifting up one of the corners, just seeing if it cut through all the way. If it did, you can unload the machine and start pulling away the excess material. We're going to pull these stencils off one by one, but we want to make sure that we lay them down all the same way, because we're going to have to mark the tops of each of these stencils. I used a little piece of masking tape on each right at the top on the front side of the stencil. That way when I go to use them, if they get turned around, shuffled, whatever, I can easily see which side is up, and it's going to be a lot easier to place these stencils down on the coaster instead of trying to figure out exactly which part of the design is supposed to go where. I have my colors picked out and ready to go. I love how bright and festive they are. I'm just using acrylic paint. I'm pretty sure any brand will do. You probably have your favorite. I'm using a foam round brush, and one of the biggest tricks to using a stencil like this is making sure that you only have a little bit of paint on your brush. So get it loaded with paint, but then dab it on a paper towel to get rid of the excess. Stenciling does require patience. You want to dab the paint on. Do not try to brush it on, or that paint is going to seep up underneath the stencil. You're not going to get clean lines. This is actually the project that Noah and I worked on together for Take Your Child to Work Day. They are super easy and a lot of fun. We have a whole matching set with variations because we use different colors on each coaster. Once they're all painted and dried, you can work on applying the cork backing. That's super simple as well. Overall, I would give this entire project a 10 out of 10. After you finish up with your stencil project, I want you to head over to Facebook and find either the Silhouette Success page or the Silhouette Success crafting group. Either one will work, but I would love to see photos of what you've done with these stencils. And if you follow along over there, you're going to get daily tips, tricks, inspiration, and you'll even find links to great deals on some crafting supplies. So go create something amazing, and I'll see you over on Facebook.